everyone, Gilbert here. Welcome to Red Dragon Model Works. I want to show you what just came in. This is a print by NY 3D Creations. Now I'll leave a link to ny3dcreations.com once this is over. I'll run over and I'll drop a link down there so you guys can. As a matter of fact, I'll drop it here in the comments. Let's see if that'll let me do it. All right, come on, there it is. That's the where you go. There's Hobbyman Mike. He does some fantastic prints. So a while ago we were talking. I did a charity build paint for Fall Out Hobbies, and the money went to like women's shelters, Doctors Without Borders. There's a few other ones. And it was about a 1/8 scale, and that's the head, one of the spare heads of the one I did. I didn't use this one, and I really liked it. And I painted it up like a Black Templar because I'm a big fan of the Black Templars in the Warhammer lore. So, I told Mike that once he had gotten back, and because he was he was moving, and all this stuff was in transition. I said, once he settled down, I would like to get one for myself. So Mike turned around and he did me a solid. He printed me one that's 1/6 scale. And to give you an idea of how big this thing is, again, this is the 1/8. That's the head of the spare head of the one I did earlier. This is the head of the new one right here. So this thing is a beast, guys. There is the torso right here. The head slides right in here like so. Now, I just took it out of the packaging. There's going to be a little cleanup involved in it. So there's the torso, the head. Whoop, I got it on wrong. Goes that way. He was looking kind of crooked there, like he smoked too much. Hey, Chopper, how you doing? So there's the head. And then just to give you an idea, guys, these are the shoulder pads that go on them. It's just, I got to make sure I key these right. So, okay, this one goes here, like so. And then, yeah, see right now, nothing's glued. So it'll give you an idea of the size of this guy. He's going to be a beast. There's his heavy bolter right there. And then it's going to be a beautiful display piece once it's done. Let me turn him this way. I'm sorry, I got my camera in a different position. I'm going to have to figure out a better way to do that. But there's his legs. This is how big this guy is. And I'm going to tell you, this is a beautiful, beautiful print, guys. And with 3D printing, that especially like here where the gates were at, like these things, right? These are his temper seals. These are thicker. They're not as thin as they would be, say, on a smaller piece. So you can see the difference in the thickness right there. So there's a little bit more cleanup involved, but nothing that can't be overcome. I mean, it is what it is. You see it here, but you smooth that down, you're fine. You take a buffer, go over it, and But I'm going to tell you something, man. This is really, really cool. I mean, look at that. That's the size of I don't know, small ball. I mean, this thing's going to be big. And I think with this, when I start to glue him together, I was just trying to figure out, I was eating lunch and trying to figure out what the best. I'm not going to use CA glue on this because CA glue can get brittle. So I think what I'll end up using is either some, hold on, I got it here. I'll probably use, if I can find it real quick. I bought some the other day. Oh, here it is. I'll probably end up using either some JB Weld or 2-part epoxy, the fast growing stuff. Because this stuff, This I'm gonna tell you something, guys. I've gotten a few. You know, I've seen people with a few 3D stuff, and it doesn't key right. And this thing here keys perfectly. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. This is like, let me get this. Is this the arm? Yeah, this will be his other arm. That there's going to be a big bolter gun that he holds. That's one of the arms there. And let me find his hand is like, you see, there's his hand right there. So this goes like so. Let me make sure I got this right because I don't want to screw this up. Okay. This one goes here. This one goes in here like this. Keys in there. And then the gun itself. Oh, no, I had it right the first time, I think. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, Mikey, what's going on here? Okay, that goes in like that. So, yeah, he's a big boy. He's a big boy. So, there we go. Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to make sure I got it in there right. So you guys, there it goes, just like that. See? Boom, boom, boom. This is one arm that slides in like that. See? This goes in here. And I'm just trying to give you guys the size of the scale of this beast. You know, that goes there. And then this arm, this slides right in here. And there it is. And then you have the ammo, like this stuff here, that comes out the bottom like that and wraps around his leg. I mean, this guy's going to be a monster. Yeah, see this, it'll wrap around his leg like so. Hey, Nicholas. So, yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this big beast. If you wanted one of your own, you can always contact ny3dcreations.com. He's got his websites open. Yeah, it's a beast, man. This thing is a beast. But it's gonna be really nice, man. See, here's his base, and then you got to do a little clean to get him in there, but not much. I mean, it slides right in there, you know. So he's gonna be like this, like on an angle. Get that in there, like that, like on an angle. Oh, this is amazing. I'm going over. I'll have to see, like here, you clip those off, no problem. And just looking like here, you look at the detail on the chest piece, the belt, the hoses. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. And this is his backpack to show you how big this guy is gonna be. That's his backpack, guys. Oh, yeah, Tommy boy, it's a big one. Look at that, Dominic. Look at the size of this thing, man. I mean, it is a beast. Look at that. Yeah, Nicholas, I'm going to do it in a black Templar, but this one's going to be beat up and weathered like he's been out in the field. I'm a big fan of the Hell's Reach, the Grimaldus story, the Hell's Reach, the Battle of Armageddon. And I wanted to do a skull to make this guy look like Grimaldus, but I can do that later. So what I'm going to do with this guy is going to be like one of the Black Templars that was under Grimaldus, one of his squad, and with a heavy bolter. And this guy, they've been out there in the field for, I don't know, that Battle of Hell's Reach, and boom, boom, boom. So, guys, he's in the chat now, Mike. NY3D Creations. I'm telling you guys, hit him up, send him a message, either on NY3D Creations, or if you're a member of the Styrene Syndicate, you can do it that way also. Send him a message. And he'll let you know what something like this will cost. This is a big piece. So, you know, if you got room for it, look, just doing this. Let me see if I can get his leg in here. and they'll give you just an idea of the size of this thing. Look at that. Isn't that something? Not only that, then you got him sitting on the base, which adds another 1.5 inches, 2 inches to it. So this is going to be a very big piece. I can't wait. I'm going to start working on it today. I'm going to start cleaning up. Yeah, that's what I've seen a few of these done in the 1 scale and smaller, and I'll tell you, they don't. You got to get look. I paid for this, so Mike is in the hangout. In the chat. He'll tell you, man, there ain't nothing free. You got to pay the man for his things. So, am I getting anything out of it? No. What I'm getting out of it is the enjoyment. I like a good print. It's clean. Nothing's dripping out of it. He takes the time to nip off the sprue gates, all that stuff. The support gates. This is great, guys. Go check them out. NY3D Creations. I'll tell you what. If you like Warhammer, get you one of these, man. Get you one of these. That backpack. Look at that. I could throw this at somebody and knock them upside the head. Chopper, I'm telling you, bro. He's got some good stuff there, man. Check it out. I mean, I get when I'm doing something, and I don't know about you, and I'm sure you guys are the same way. You find something that inspires you, or somebody's work that inspires you. I mean, I got a lot of resin stuff, traditional resin stuff. I got quite a few kits here, but a good figure always, to me, because I'm more in the last 5 years, I've moved over more towards figure painting. The figures themselves are what gets me. I love to make them come alive. And this thing here, this is going to be cool because I can do like here, metalwork here. This will be black and white. This will be black, probably black metallic. But the metalwork in here, the metalwork up in here and here, across the chest here, the belt. The primary colors for this are going to be black, white, and gold. But there'll be a little bit of tinge of different metals, like in the belt buckle, stuff like that there. And then you got the bullets here. The belt itself will be metallic, but the slugs in the back of it will be the slugs will probably be metallic too. We'll see. I'll probably do because either yellow or red, but this will be metallic here. And then the fun part is going to be that right there. The gun itself. That's going to be fun to do. That's going to be a lot of fun to do. In metallics. Right there. But I'll tell you what, guys. Yeah, even his arm. Look at that. The shield on his arm. So I'm going to get it all cleaned up, and then I'll have pictures. I'll put pictures here on still pictures so you guys can see. But when I'm going to do the painting and stuff and putting it together, I'm going to do it here live. So if you guys got any questions on it, you can see me doing it. If I fuck it up, you'll see me fuck it up. If I have a good, whatever. Warts and all. There'll be no skips, whatever, and I'll be able to answer any questions on it. And I'm sure if Mike is available and he's in the chat, he'll be able to answer any questions with it too. I need to get some more primer. The best thing to do with these is to use a good filler primer, automotive filler primer. You don't want to use Steiner Riz on it, although Steiner Riz is my peanut butter and jelly, not for something like this. And the reason I say that is this is a print. You put that Steiner Riz on there, it works so good that it'll show you any imperfections that are in that print. So what you want to do is hit it with a filler primer to fill it all up. And then I'm going to probably start figuring out, because of the weight of this thing, I'm going to probably use some metal rods in here and in here to secure this. And then I'm going to have to put a metal rod on both his feet to secure him to the base. I'll fill this with resin and then let it, sit it in there like this here. Or I could also use Sculpey, fill that with Sculpey, put it in there with a pin so it doesn't come loose. I don't want this thing coming loose from that base once I get it on there. It's such a beautiful piece. So anyway, let's see. Let's go to the sales. Chopper Carson says, "You're one hell of a salesman. Tempted me to add to my next 1/10 dinosaurs." And here's Mike. Don't be fooled by imitation printing, guys. We are professionals. Again, there's the link where you can, well, that's not a link, but that's where you guys can go, ny3dcreations.com. He not only does he have this, he's got a host of other stuff. And if he doesn't have it on his website, but he says something like out of stock or whatever, hit him up. Just hit him up. Don't be afraid. Hit him up. He might have had, just didn't update the thing. Chopper says, "Damn, that looks, yeah, it's a big one. You know, it's yeah, Tommy boy, this thing is huge. This thing is huge. I'm gonna have fun doing it though." Dominic says he'll be shopping tonight. Nicholas says, you know, I mentioned this one, that Space Marine with weathered armor would be wicked. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Couple of new things up, he says, Mike. We saw that. Damagooch says, Mama didn't raise no fool. Chopper says, with my poor eyesight, these larger prints are becoming a better option. Yeah, you know what? I feel the same way, Chop. I don't like doing the small 128th, 132nd, 172nd, 154. I don't like doing the small ones anymore. I'm getting older. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I'm leaning more towards the 1/6, 1/8 scale stuff. I can't do the small. I can do it, but it's just it takes longer for me to do them. Mike says, Chopper, we have a large selection of 1/6 figures, and all our items are available in 1/6 scale. They are also hundreds less than your traditional garage kits of that scale. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Nicholas says, I just started the old build and paint Space Marine Heavy Assault Series box from Warhammer. Any suggestions on how to weather blue armor? Oh man, there's all kinds of ways to do it. I would. It depends on how in depth you want to go. If you've got oils, that'll work well. Oil paint would work well. Chip it a little bit. I wouldn't beat it up too much, but yeah, chip it. A little metallic paint underneath the chipping. Some oil paint on top of it to dirty it up. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that's well. For resin and metal, it's best to etch. You first use an etch primer, then use a filler primer later. Yes and no. Yes and no. You can use a filler primer, an automotive, a good auto. I use a SEMA, a good automotive filler primer on this. I'm going to take this and wash it down. It doesn't need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. I always do it with everything. I'll take some isopropyl alcohol and I'll make sure I wipe it down real good. Let that dry, hour, whatever. Then I'll hit it with a couple of coats of automotive primer. I don't want to go too heavy on it because I don't want that stuff to build up too much. Once that's in it, I do a light buffing, and there it is. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? Mark A says, hi, Gil. Yeah, for this big bit, yeah, it's getting there. And Mark says, hi from Liverpool. All right, gentlemen. Like I said, I'm going to sit down and wipe this all down. I've got a show later on. Let's see, it's 1 o'clock in about an hour and a half. A live thing. I'm going to have Josh. We're just going to shoot the shit, so please tune into that. Like, subscribe, all that other good stuff. So anyway, but this is going to be done on a live feed. I'm going to clean it up. I'm going to do all that on the live feed so you guys can see what my prep work when I do something like this, how I glue it together. If I need to fill anything with filler, I use something like this, a 1/6 scale, or 1/8. This is one of my first 1/6 scales, other than statues I've done for family. But most of the stuff, when I fill them in, like if it's a 1/8 scale, I don't use putty. I used to. I don't do it anymore. I use epoxy sculpt. Get it in there, sculpt it down. I put a little CA glue in there first, then some epoxy sculpt. Get it all straightened out, and then file it down so you get a nice, beautiful transition. So, and I'll do all that on a live feed. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. You guys have a great Sunday. Please, in an hour and a half, come join me for my live small vlog. And then afterwards, we're going to do a live feed on this thing here. You guys have a good one. See you in about an hour and a half.